All right, buddy. I'll do this again. God, you probably saw my tweet then. I had a phone call literally 5 seconds before completing this for you. Um, so, mate, what I was talking about is really good work with your backswing. Okay, little bit out and away with the hands and in with the club, but at the end of the day, mate, I look at the top position here, and really, to me, that's what's matter. That's what matters here. The top position looks great. How you got there, I'm not too concerned because you got there in the end. Okay, so if it starts to become a little bit of a drama here, right? Then we'll address it. But I'll just give you kind of a cue here. Just watch what happens here. Right, try and have these hands work a little bit more in, club a little bit more out. But the top position here looks fantastic. Okay. What we need to feel now, in my opinion, is how the right leg works. So we've done this before, but I think we've now got the face in a good spot. We're getting the club to come down nice and shallow, right, in a good spot. And now I think it's time that we learn how to move this lower body a little bit better. So for me, the right leg stays very straight for a long time. So what I mean by that is you can see here that this right leg is very straight for a long time. And to me, I think that comes a lot from how wide your stance is, okay? To me, it looks like you've almost got a driver stance for an iron. And when we are wide with our feet, when we are very wide with our feet, especially with an iron like this, it's very hard to get those knees to kind of come together and move the lower body effectively. So what I want to start doing with you is learn how to bank this trail foot. I'm not sure if you've heard the word before, but basically we want this right foot to kind of bank inward into the instep of the shoe there. So kind of this spot kind of here. We want to have the white part of your shoe there roll this way a little bit more. Okay, that would then kick this trail leg in and get the knees a little bit closer together. And ideally with that same drill that we've worked on in the past where, you know, we set up with an alignment stick kind of here, right? You would, obviously in the downswing, you would bank that foot, right? And have that knee work a little more inward. Now it does move better now, but it does still, see how that kind of kicks out there? And it still leaves this big gaping hole in between the legs there, in between the knees. Okay, so we kind of want to work on that, and I think that's one of the big reasons why you're still not getting a lot of lower body rotation here. Okay, see how there's some, but not a lot, because when the feet or when the stance is so wide, and you can try this, stand up in your living room and have a really wide stance and try and get your left hip to clear. It's very, very difficult. So you can see that your back foot slides and then you get the knees to come together. But as we can see, those knees are together, but they're kind of not together, if that makes sense. There's that big gap. All right, so I'm going to go outside. I'm going to do a drill for you. We're probably going to hit a few little 30-yard shots just to feel this. Okay, to feel this foot banking in a little bit. So, yeah, that's what we're going to work on, mate. But I really like how you're getting to the top position now. It doesn't look like you're stuck behind the ball, real flat swing. Everything's working really well. Just need to tidy up how the lower body's working, all right? So I hope all is well. Again, so we want to try and bank that trail foot a little bit more forward. So what I mean by that is this area of my foot here, okay? I want to bank that foot in a little bit when I'm moving through the shot, okay? So you'll get to the top of the swing and we'll start to shift towards the target, and this right foot will actually start to bank in a little bit this way. And then obviously as I continue, my knees start to get a little bit closer together. So if I was on this view to the top, start to shift forward, and this right foot will start to bank a little bit more this way. And then you can see here that my knees aren't, you know, for you, a bit wide and a bit this way, okay? So some small swings okay, and how I want to do this is I just want to have a feeling, sorry, let me move here. I just want to have a feeling of, okay, very, very small. And what you'll probably notice, mate, is my heel is on the left side of my toe, okay, not the right side. Notice that, okay? So when I bank this foot in, I'm going to try and feel like I keep my heel on that side of my toe, okay? That keeps my right knee inward, okay, and it doesn't have it go outwards this way. So again, if I just hit a couple of small shots, right, just that feeling of banking that foot in, just small, okay? Notice the finish position. Notice how my foot's actually not quite all the way up right now, okay? It's just very, very small shots, just learning what this movement feels like. So do it obviously without a ball first, and what you'll notice when I can do this, mate, is this left side will actually now start to rotate a lot better, as opposed to you currently being out here, shifting, and this foot or this leg being very long, and now my left hip's very, very difficult to rotate, okay? So again, just some very small swings, some feels. Just want to get this foot rotating in. Okay, feels quite strange. It will definitely feel quite strange for you, but as you start to get better at this, mate, you can start to ramp it up a little bit. So those are only very small swings. I'd start to actually apply some 3/4 swings. Okay, and again, I'm going to feel like my my heel is on this side of my toe. Now, what you might actually feel as well as what I'm feeling is on my foot, there's a stretch up here. Okay, this part of my foot. Whereas if I do that, it would almost be the stretch on the opposite side. So this is now a stretch on the inward side of my foot. So again, I'm just going to go 3/4 swing here, really focusing on that foot, banking inwards. What you'll notice, look at my foot. Okay, so if I was to place this bottle here, I've got this kind of half full with water. Okay, take my setup position and place this just outside my heel. My mat's probably going to be a little bit hard to set that there. If you're on a flat surface, it'd be a lot easier. But basically what I'm trying to feel is that my foot moves inward, doesn't hit that water bottle, okay? Hopefully it stays very small. Okay, you'll notice I haven't hit that water bottle as opposed to that way, okay? So mate, some pretty simple stuff. Again, like I said, send me the swing back so that I can see that you're doing it correctly. And mate, I have got a massive stretch up here in my foot right now by working on banking that as opposed to that way. All right, hope that helps, mate.